there. In this video, I'm going to talk about the shoulders. So when the client comes to me and they have shoulder issues, pain, chronic pain, and that's what I'll define as shoulder issues, right? The shoulders have been bothering them. That's their number one complaint. I will go through a protocol and I will look at, is it a lack of actual alignment? So for example, shoulders, if there's an activation of roundedness, right? There's an activation of too strong of pec muscles and they're forward. I'll have clients who have done so much pec work and it's shortened and tight, and they don't have the posterior part of their body worked, so they can't even get that open. So I'll check and see if that's it. So I go down my little protocol. Do they even use their shoulders properly, right? Shoulders, the whole shoulder girdle is a mobile joint. So are they able to move those shoulders in beautiful ways? Or are they up here by their ears? It's not that they can't. We want to be able to bring our shoulders up, not necessarily by bringing the shoulders up, but by using your scapular posterior muscles to bring the shoulders up to the ears. That's a lot better than taking the shoulder up to the ear and moving it away from the humerus head. So we can use the scapula to create that nice forward motion, right? I am using my scapula right now to protract my back, so I'm going forward with my shoulders, but I'm not hunching, right? So that's a different thing. I'm using my shoulders in a correct way, so I still have a good, strong, stable foundation. Or do we have issues where the shoulders have just not been used correctly? So we just go through all of that protocol, and let's say we've done all of that. We've activated the correct muscles so that the shoulders can move correctly, and we've gotten everything back into alignment, and we've gotten the things that should be stable in the body stable, and we've gotten engagement going on a regular basis in our day-to-day, moment-to-moment life, that our shoulders are functioning optimally, but there's still chronic pain. There's still a chronic issue going on with the shoulders. So I will take a look a little bit deeper and start asking questions around things like, do you feel like life has just become too much of a burden? And as I ask these questions, I'll either ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how true is this? And usually I'll get like, bing, 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 that's the one. And then we'll clear that. So in understanding that the body is a reflection of what's going on mentally and emotionally, as well as what we do physically, we can start to take apart what is known as chronic pain, and instead of just using one tool, let's say for example a pill or surgery is one tool, and hey, sometimes it's a viable tool. I'm the person that folks come to before, ideally, they get to the stage where they would want to do surgery, or they've done surgery and it didn't work for them, and now they're trying to figure out and get to the root cause. That's when usually I'm seeing people, or if people find me beforehand, they're like, hey, I want a holistic approach on what's going on with my shoulder pain or knee pain or back pain, or to get my whole body and mind and spirit back in alignment. And so as a result, we start looking at things from this way of investigation, as opposed to constantly taking a sledgehammer. When you only have a sledgehammer, you're going to take a sledgehammer and try to beat down the door to get a solution, when sometimes it's really subtle, like discovering or asking questions and maybe taking a flashlight to the situation and investigating. And that's what I really love to do. So that's what I'll be doing in the High Performance Shoulder Pain Solution Program. It is a 3-week program where you'll work with me in a small group. We're going to dial in all of these components. We'll do the physical part. We'll get you back in alignment and get mobility restored through movements, through, yes, exercises, But it's also, I say this a lot, but if you go into a gym and you work out and you check it off your checklist for the day, and then you go sit at your desk incorrectly, or sit in the car, sit on an airplane, and you're constantly in this energy and you don't clear the other pieces that are going on mentally and emotionally and spiritually, you're going to keep the same problems, and then you're going to really wonder why all that hard work I'm doing in the gym is not paying off, and in fact it's making my shoulders worse. Well, it's something you want to start looking at from this perspective that's a little more holistic. And if you are here listening to this, then this probably resonates, that you want to start observing your own life from a holistic perspective and noticing, rather than putting everything into, well, nope, that doesn't apply to me, and so you don't look at it. We have to start investigating and asking questions, and asking better questions. When it comes to the shoulders, and I'll just give you a little nugget from the courses we go through in the program, the right and the left shoulder is often very, very different. There's different things that are going on. It could be because maybe you carried a purse on one side all the time, or you carried a baby on the left side all the time, and so the body is compensated. But it could also be as simple as financial issues, because oftentimes when I see someone with a chronic right shoulder issue, then there is some financial or energetic around money, financial issues going on. So if that resonates, there are tools that you can use to clear that. And you want to confront those areas rather than, again, using something that is not the root cause, right? We can Band-Aid things, but we don't want our Band-Aid to become like a major surgery where we've done something that's irreversible because we thought that would be the solution, and yet then that becomes our next problem. I've seen a lot of that. And in my practice, I really try to get to folks before they use a solution that really becomes their next problem. And since I'm at it, I'll just talk about the left shoulder. When I see people with chronic left shoulder issues, it's often family issues going on. So this is an interesting take on it. I hope that, if nothing else, that you just take a moment and reflect and ask more questions. Ask better questions about your body, about your emotions, about things that are going on that maybe you found yourself in a position or a place that you don't love. Maybe you're not loving how your shoulders are feeling and that you can't figure out why. Well, maybe we haven't asked the right questions. And so again, that's why and how I work, which is this holistic perspective of taking a flashlight. Let's ask questions together. Let's resolve this together. I do have a specific structure with that program, and we'll go through that. But it is also a way that we can investigate together. So I hope you'll join me. You can find out more at yogawachi.com. Bye for now. Have a great week.